Welcome back, everybody. So today we're going to check out Samuel Smith Old Brewery Tadcaster, Taddy Porter. No, good, I guess, in my mind. This is imported from England. I am in the U.S., so this was sent over. Um, Went to Megabev, and they had a variety pack. It was this and three other ones. I'll show you the label. It was three other ones. And I almost got it. It was like $32 for 12 beers. And I was like, eh. I think they make a nutty brown, something like that. I believe back in the day, 20 years ago, I had that one. But I've always wanted to pick it up, and I saw these other three, and I was like, okay. But then I saw the price, and I'm like, nah. So I did find this single, and that's the only one they had. Usually at Megabev, they will take everything out of the variety pack and put it in the singles. This one, and I don't know if everybody bought the rest of them. Maybe this is the worst one. I don't know. But this was the last one that was there. I don't want to read anything. I do not see. I don't see an ABV. Let's see what Untapped says. 5% ABV, 32 IBUs. I want to shut that off before I see it. So let's go ahead and get this open, get it into a glass. Now, these I do not like because sometimes this foil will get in the beer. I guess they do it to seal it, probably. Or if you're going to pour it in a glass. I'm not sure the cost of this. I have the receipt somewhere, but obviously, like always, I never bring it down here. I guess I'll stop there just to see if that goes over. But yeah, it's probably to help seal it just a little bit, but I would rather not have that on there. But it is what it is. I'm going to settle down some. So this is a porter 5%, right in the middle of what I believe a porter should be. Porter is light. They used to drink it way back in the day on lunch breaks, 4.5 to 5.5. I think that's the only range for a porter. It is what it is. If you disagree, cool. If not, oh well. Light chocolate colored head, pretty much all small bubbles, about a finger of head from that pour. Color on this is dark brown. It is not black. I'm not going to use the light. You guys are seeing it darker. It's a little darker than this bottle. But yeah, from the lights, it is not black. Looks like it should. Let's go ahead and smell. This has probably been sitting out about 30 minutes. Kind of clean, light chocolate, very faint smells. Most of the porters that I make have more smells. That chocolate, that coffee does come out. More maltiness, probably in this one. A little bit more malty, light chocolate, but very low smell. I mean, there's a little bit, you get that little roasted malt, but the smell isn't big. It's not like most of my porters, even though this is real close to most of mine, as far as the ABV. Not saying the taste. Haven't tasted this yet, but yeah, I'm surprised there isn't more smell, more aroma coming from this. Yeah, there's a little. I want to say clean, like a clean light chocolate maltiness, like darker malts. Maybe a little bit of sweetness in there. But that's about it. Let's go ahead and taste. Definitely getting like a tinny graininess. It's definitely tannins from the grains. Darker malt coming through. A little dry. Like bitter chocolate, bitter coffee, light chocolate, light coffee, but bitter in there. Yeah, like a tinny, malty sweetness It's definitely coming from the grains in there, because how could it be tinny in a glass bottle? The cap is, tin, metal. Is carbonation too high? Seems like carbonation in this is a little higher than it should be. A little bitter coffee, chocolate in the aftertaste. Again, kind of dry. Smooth, light, yeah, porter. Um, Not bad. It's almost like that dry, tinny maltiness, bitterness is a little too much for my liking. I do like that bitterness. I want that bitterness. I want more coffee is what I want. But it's almost, I don't want to say like water tinny bitterness, but I don't think the other flavors like the chocolate, the roasted malt, keep up to that bitterness. I think that bitterness is a little too much. Like they were striving for like a 5.5, maybe even 6% beer. But the sweetness isn't there and it's dry. So I don't think that's the case. Maybe they used higher SRM malts and that's that burnt ashiness, tinniness in there. Yeah, on this one, I would go 3.75. Still good. I would probably drink another one, but I think after a while, that tinny bitterness would keep up. I want to look at the back of this. I'm not going to read it. You guys can go find it and read it. Brewed with well water. Their the original well sunk in 1758. So there you go. Malted barley, roasted malt, yeast, and hops. So yeah, this type of beer was first brewed in the early 18th century. I guess I'm gonna read it to you. Gained its name from being drank with the porter, yeah, while fishing in the fish and meat and produce markets. There you go. At lunch, they were drinking this. It's fine. I could drink it. I don't think I don't think a lot of new people into craft beer, say in the last 10 years, would like this because it is kind of old fashioned. I kind of remember, I don't know if it was Bare Hands, if I got a stout from Bare Hands, but I was like, this is like old school. And it was, and a lot of new people didn't like it because it wasn't like your regular stout. So this isn't like your regular porter of today, in my mind. But 3.75 out of 5. Let's go ahead and check Untapped. 30 of my friends have checked it in at 3.77 out of 5. Almost 80,000 people have checked this in at 3.66 out of 5. So that's a lot of check-ins. Dark, smooth, coffee, sweet, light-bodied. See, why do you put light-bodied when it's a porter? It should be light-bodied. Awesome malt, toffee. I really don't get the toffee in this one. Maybe, okay, this is one thing that I didn't think about, obviously. English yeast. Butterscotch note. Okay. In the back, I could say a butterscotch note. Um, I could definitely see that. That butterscotch note. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, this is one I would drink again. Would I pick it up again? Probably not. I would have to try the other ones because I think the other ones are porters too. Let me know in the comments below if you've had the variety pack or which one I should pick up next. Because I got a couple other ones from across the pond or somewhere out of the United States. I think there's three more. But I know it's not one of these. So leave a comment down below. Tell me what I should look for. So if you enjoyed this review, check out some more over here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring that bell, and I'll see you in the next one.